So I don't know. You like this side or that side? No,
it don't matter.
You one of them niggas with waves? Like, nah, my real deep waves on the left side. They right here. No, this is where they deep dive, right here on the front.
This nigga stupid.
So we with Ray and Mo City Menace, and we doing a whole lot of talking. You know what I'm saying? But so right now we chilling at Ray's mansion, and anyway, so Ray, you here where you at right now? You started in Alief, right?
Yes, sir.
Alief Ali. So you kind of came up in the streets, or was you private school like they say by some fighters, or
nah,
home school?
Nah, I wasn't private school.
What school you went to?
I went to Alief Hastings.
At high school, you went to Hastings?
Yeah, I went to Hastings.
You play anything other than any other sports? Or?
I played football. I started playing basketball when I was 5. My mom put me in basketball. But high school, I played football. I was all district at Hastings. Yeah, I was all district.
What did you play? Position you play?
Defensive end, 5 technique.
Damn, the boy said 5.
Yeah, like
that means you got to know football. You be like,
yeah, like I
played the 5. Niggas gonna think you gang, but nah.
Nah, I was a rusher. I basically was a pass rusher, speed.
Okay. So you played all of high school?
Yeah, all high school.
Was boxing in there at any point? Not yet.
Nah, never. Boxing was never.
It was
never thing. It was just on some street stuff, like.
Well, yeah.
Like on some
in the street boxing.
Yeah, I ain't know nothing about no boxing gym or none of that. Me and my best friend Utah, we used to carry around gloves all the time and like hop on the gloves.
But it wasn't
on
no professional level.
Nah, we ain't know nothing about boxing. That was just on some recreation.
So that's away from school, I'm guessing. So all right, then exactly. You finish school or whatever, and then what happened?
I went a year to a junior college, Trinity Valley, to play football.
Okay.
But I really was just BSing. I was just there. I really just went to school just to make my mama happy, and I just wanted to play football type shit.
I went to Blinn.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Same shit. Yeah.
I played football. Yeah. But I wasn't trying to go to no league and nothing.
Yeah. Exactly. And by that point, I had already knew I wasn't all that dreams and all that shit. Reality had already been hit in. So I just went to school just for my mom and just play a little bit of football real quick.
Okay. So you stayed there about a year, 2 years?
A year.
Okay, then you come back home.
Came back home.
All right. Back home.
But before all this, leading up to all this, the whole time, like I had been in the streets, you know what I'm saying?
When you say the streets, because everybody's outside.
Yeah, everybody outside.
Everybody outside.
Nah,
so what that mean?
I was hustling. Like in my time, I stayed on West Belford and Kirkwood, but I that's right there. If anybody know, that's right by 9700.
Okay.
That's 9700 on Kirkwood and Bissonnette. That's the neighborhood that I used to be in. That's where I was hustling at and stuff.
It's hot over there.
It's real hot over there.
Yeah.
Especially right now. But that's where I used to hustle at, because I was right there. So that whole time, like, I've been hustling all the way since I was 15.
So some other niggas be like, man, I'm hustling, man. Gotta get the, whatever.
Yeah.
Was you hustling just because that was just like the next thing in the hood mentality, or are you doing it out of sense of desperation? That's a real good question.
That's a real good question.
Yeah.
Shit, I was just trying to, bro, to be honest, bro, that's my environment, and that, like, I was trying to make a way, thinking I'm making a way for myself.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I got put on, like I said, me and Utah, we got put on by our big brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We met some dudes out of Herm Clark, and we just started early, and we just thought we was doing what we were supposed to do to make
making deposits into the hood activity, but not necessarily into the growth of your life.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But we ain't know better at the time. We thought we was doing something.
Okay.
So I took that with me out there when I was in school too. Also, when I was in Trinity Valley, I was still hustling. So, but after that year,
you went to college to hustle.
Yeah, wilding out, tripping, bro.
They got a bachelor's in balling.
Yeah, tripping, dog. But I did 1 year, and I told my mom, I told her, I was like, I'm homesick. I was just BSing. I was ready
trying to get back.
I was trying to get back to the real streets. You know what I'm saying? And,
familiar streets.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And then actually, right before I went to Blinn, I want to say I caught my first felony. I ended up beating the case, but when I came back, it was the same. I had got back into the street.
And there still is no boxing implication yet.
Nah, when I came back, I went even harder. Like I had been an athlete my whole life, but when I came back, I think I had got me a little job, so my parents wouldn't be on my back.
Just a quick little, legal, legit.
Yeah, just to throw them off. I think I was working at Home Depot or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I had even got real deeper, and I was really bigger in the hustling because everybody already knew about me by then.
Yeah.
And then I was moving too live. My parents ended up finding out. I was like 19. My parents ended up finding out. Got into it. My dad got kicked out the house at 19. I ain't never been in my parents' house since then.
Yeah. Because you was just doing you.
Yeah, I was just doing me. Thought I was grown doing.
So you grown, you doing you.
Yeah.
Parents will put you out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You out here doing your thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened?
Yeah, so I'm doing my thing. I think I stayed with my sister for a little bit. Then I ended up getting my own spot, like around like 19 or 20. I was turning 20 by then.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up getting my own spot or whatever. And I was just I was moving up. I was moving up. Like I thought I was doing it. So I ended up moving on 9700 at 20 years old. I ended up moving on 9700 because that's my familiar territory. That's where I've been my whole teenage years everywhere. So that was like a familiarity. Yeah, so I moved on 9700. At this time, my best friend Utah, he was in the Army. You know what I'm saying? But he was he had some stuff ended up happening with him too. And him too, like,
back out here.
Yep. He back out here. And first place he come, he called me, bro.
I'm over here.
Yeah, I'm over here. Pull up. You know what I'm saying? You good. You always got somewhere to go. So boom. Mm-hmm. But while he was in the Army, some dude from Florida named LaRon King, he ended up putting Utah on boxing. So Utah started going to a gym and out there and sparring dudes and getting into boxing and falling into love with boxing. And it's funny because I always used to watch boxing. I always used to watch Floyd. I didn't want to say I was in the boxing, but I was into sports and I always used to watch Floyd. And
Who didn't?
Yeah, I used to tell Utah, like, bro, this shit lie. You got to watch the Floyd fights or whatever.
Yeah.
But we never knew nothing about how to go to a boxing gym, where boxing was at. I didn't know anything about.
Because a lot of people may not know, but out here in Texas, that's not as a given as other places.
Yeah, nah.
In Texas, you gonna be a football player,
yeah,
or you gonna sell dope.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like literally, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You gonna get a good job.
And it's crazy. I wish I would have brought it out, but my dad knew that I liked boxing to a certain extent. He ended up getting Juan Diaz. When Juan Diaz was hot, he ended up getting a poster signed to by him. I still got it to this day. I should have brought it out, but to stay on topic, yeah, Utah, he got out the Army and he came to my house where I was hustling at, and he was just like, hey bro, we gonna in our spare time, we gonna touch up on the gloves and shit. And I always liked to fight. So I'm like, I'm learning boxing the real way, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it went from that to, finding an interest in it. Mind you, I'm an athlete, but I had stopped doing everything. I had gained weight and everything. I was just in the streets full-fledged, living on my own, 20 years old. Just doing my shit. And then we started hearing about like these underground fighting clubs where they getting paid to fight for money.
Mm-hmm.
This was on Yakum, at Club Yakum. Anybody know?
Yeah.
Back then, Club Yakum probably around like 2012, 2013 era. 2013, 2014, my fault. Club Yakum. Me and Utah and one of my other homeboys, we was going to Club Yakum on Bissonnet and Woodfair, and we was fighting for money.
Mm-hmm.
And I was knocking boys out, like no real training yet. Just I'm knocking boys out at Club Yakum. So it went from there. But anybody know about Club Yakum? It got too real. It got too many situations. You gotta understand.
It start spilling over.
Yeah, you gotta understand. You fighting after hours. This shit is not regulated. Headgear. We talking about strip club, guns, money, all type of shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas getting knocked out in front of females. And there's so much tension going on. Like. Niggas was like, okay, bro, this getting too hot. We had to move around. So Utah was like, bro, you need to go to a boxing gym. Like, bro, you kind of live. Like, you need to go to a boxing gym. He was already boxing. Yeah. Like, he had already, when he came back, he had
already stepped into.
Yeah, he was already at Savannah. I was still just, like, really, like, that was my thing. I was already, like, hustling. he was like, you need to go to Savannah or whatever. No, he was going to Savannah or Hank's gym. I can't remember. But
he was getting work in.
Yeah, he was getting work in, bro. He was already, doing his thing. I think he took me to Hank's gym one day, and I met Coach Johnson. Everybody know Coach Johnson. That's from Houston in the Gulf. And I think Coach Johnson made me spar on my first day. Or I think I asked him to spar on my first day. And everybody know at Hank's gym, if you ain't had no boxing shoes, they'll make you spar with no shoes on. Like, you got to have your socks. Yeah, that was one of their rules then, you know what I'm saying? So I get in. I got in the first day. I forget who I sparred. I think I want to say I sparred Andre August, who's a pro.
In your socks?
Yeah, my socks. And everybody know he just fought Jake Paul.
Yeah.
But I sparred Andre August. Of course, he worked with me, but he whooped me. You know what I'm saying? I was green as hell. He whooped me, but I liked that shit. And that's when I think right then I knew. I was like, oh yeah, this for me.
When do you stop dealing with the fight clubs and shit like that and start going, man, I'm gonna get serious with this shit?
Yeah, okay, so boom. Once a couple of times, like, cause we were starting to get a name at Yakum. After I knocked a couple people out, and then I was having people from my hood, 9700, come up there, and they was side betting, and we ended up having some dudes from Mo City coming up there. And one night, it almost went, nah, for real. We almost had it almost spilled over to some other stuff, but it was crazy. I had some mutual friends that knew them, and it resolved. But we was like, yeah, it's too high. We need to stop messing with that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We did our little run or whatever, but it was only gonna go left from there. So like I said, I was moving up with the hustling stuff. I still had never went to Hank's that one time, but I didn't. I really wasn't a boxer. I really wasn't living the life. I didn't just get in. So from this point, I went from an apartment, and then I ended up getting a house. Mm-hmm. I ended up renting out a house in Utah. Ended up renting out like a duplex right next to me. Mm-hmm. Long story short, my house ended up getting raided.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, I was moving like that. Like, so my house ended up getting raided, and everybody know about this on 97. Everybody. A lot of people that was around, they know about this. My house ended up getting raided. I actually got away when the task force came.
Like they came and you was there and you got away?
Yeah. Oh, everybody know it. That's one of the biggest things. Like,
was you like real fast or something? Like,
I don't know, bro. It made my rep go up. It's just like how the house was set up. They couldn't. There's a house behind my house.
It's a certain way you come in, and it's a few ways out.
Yeah, it's a few ways out, and then there was a bio. So they came through the front. Perfect how they was, but behind my house is another house, and then there's a bayou. The cops were out there, but they was facing the bayou. They was assuming that I was gonna jump and run to the bayou, so I ended up running past, jumping the fences, running. I couldn't believe
through the houses.
Yeah, through the houses and stuff. And I ran in the neighborhood, and basically I ran, to the apartments called Southwest Village on Kirkwood and West Belford. And
damn,
I just somebody seen me running. I was like, please take me to 9700, please. Like, I just ran from the cops, and some lady and her son, they real life took me.
So you asked to go back?
Nah, I was staying in the neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
I went to the safe haven.
You trying to go somewhere where it was cool.
Yeah, I went to my partner Tim. Shout out to my boy Fat Mac. I got dropped off to my partner Tim house, and so from there, they put a warrant out for me, and I did a non-arrest bond.
Yeah,
and so once I seen how easy it was for me to get out of trouble from my house being raided, I thought I was like, this ain't nothing. I'm back. That was a slap on the wrist. Yeah. I'm back acting a fool.
The
like
judicial system ain't shit.
Yeah, it ain't shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, this ain't shit. I got away from it, you know what I'm saying? So they put me on probation. It's my first time being on probation. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, ain't this shit light? I'm smoking weed and shit. They drug testing me. I'm like, yeah, I'm making up excuses and shit. I'm thinking shit sweet. So one day my PO, she called me up to do a visit, and it was on the day I didn't do a visit. So we all sitting in the probation office, and like a lot of us sitting there, we just like, we like, you had a visit today? Everybody just started to compare and contrast notes, and all of us realizing that none of us had an office visit today. The next thing we know, HPD coming there. Everybody stand up.
There was a lot of y'all?
Yeah, it was a lot of us.
God,
they did a sweep. This was 3 days before Thanksgiving.
Ooh.
2015, bro. My family was sick.
Bro, that's like the worst holiday to miss.
Yeah.
Christmas is one thing, especially when you got like kids and small children, but Thanksgiving is like everybody gonna be at the family thing, like, where's Ray? You know
Nah,
what I'm
for
saying?
real. So yeah, they took me like 3 days before or like a week, the week of, a week before Thanksgiving, and for violating my probation. So the whole time I ended up doing 6 months. So the whole time I was in it, that's when I was like, really, mind you,
It's like a state jail or something?
no, I was in the county.
The county.
Yeah, the county violation of probation.
Okay, cool.
And
Ain't
so
not cool, but
yeah,
shit,
yeah,
right there.
yeah, I'm right there. Yeah. So the whole time I was in there, I was getting my mind right because at this point I'm like, damn, I tripped out. Like I'm tripping hard. Like
Yeah.
my daughter was she was one at the time.
When you got removed from the street, she was alive.
Yeah, she was alive. She was
Yeah.
1 year old.
That's tough.
Yeah, so I was just like, damn, bro, this some time. This one I had a lot of time.
You had to think about that shit.
I had to think about this shit. I'm like, damn, this some time that I'll never get back, and I'm glad like she not old of age to where she
She
don't
can
even
document that
yeah,
shit.
she can't even document. She don't remember that shit. Nothing.
Mhm.
But that shit it just made me like get on my shit. I knew I was like way smarter than that and way what I'm saying. It made me tighten up, bro. It made me get my discipline. I was in there working out and stuff, and I told myself like, damn, when I get out, I'm gonna take this boxing serious.
people who don't, a lot of people don't go to jail, or a lot of people do. Like you in there, and you got you in your cell or your tank or wherever you at. Do you like write this shit down? Are you like, man, I'm gonna do this when I get out, I'm gonna do that? Or I mean, are you like making a list in your mind, or because you saying I started doing push-ups and this and working out, like this shit is just instant reaction, or is it something you gotta like thought out and like, man, I'm about to be different?
All right, so when this happened, when I violated probation, I was already around before they took me in. I had now started like playing around with it. I was around Jermell Charlo.
Okay.
I was at the Charlo gym, the first Charlo gym that was on Kirkwood. A lot of people don't know about this.
What year is this?
This was like 2015.
Okay.
Jermell Charlo had Charlo Brothers Academy.
Okay.
And Utah was the head coach there.
Wow.
And I was around Jermell Charlo. Like when I say around him, I was
there.
Like I helped put the gym together. We used to be at Jermell Charlo house.
Who all used to come through that gym? If anybody.
Highland Williams.
Gotcha.
That's the most notable name. A lot of different people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but just that's one to stick out.
Yeah, and Highland Williams is an OG in this boxing. If you don't know who Highland Williams is, Highland Williams could vouch for this. Highland Williams was somebody who came through that gym.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I had already started getting a taste of being around Jermell Charlo. And this was around the time where Jermell Charlo was ending his run with Ronnie Shields and going with Derrick James. Derrick James also. Oh, Derrick James.
Oh yeah, he used to be in there.
I met Derrick James there. Yeah.
Okay.
So I met Derrick James there, and so I was getting a taste of that. I was still hustling stuff. I really wasn't boxing for it, but boxing had intrigued me. And it had it started being a part of my routine going to the gym. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. So I would see. I've seen Jermell Charlo talk to Al Heyman, you know what I'm saying? I've been around Jermell like that, you know what I'm saying?
So you watched Jermell talk to Al Heyman.
Mm-hmm.
So for the record, Al Heyman is a real person.
Al Heyman is a real person.
Okay, because a lot of people say he's not a real person.
Nah, I watched Jermell set up 6-figure fights, you know what I'm saying, on the phone with Al Heyman. I was there, so
you exposed to some pretty elite boxing
early
situations.
Like something that I know the average boxer won't experience when they just now.
Yeah.
Mind you, I wasn't even an official amateur. I never had even official fight.
For sure, but you in here.
Yeah, but I had potential off jump, and I think Jermell seen that's the only reason why I was allowed to be that close in Utah. My bro.
So you and Jermell used to work together?
Yeah, I used to try. I actually got a video.
You whipping his ass or something?
Nah.
Oh.
He wouldn't let nobody record for him.
Okay.
I got a video of him doing hand pass with me and stuff. There ain't too many people that can actually say that.
Yeah.
Of course, I got hella photos and all that shit with Jermell and shit, but I actually do got a video of him doing hand pass with me.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless of what somebody's opinion of him is, within the ring, he's accomplished as hell.
Nah, for
and
sure.
I mean, a lot of people. I mean, Alief Ali. I mean, he's from Alief too.
Yeah,
so,
we went to. That's how much I didn't know about boxing, bro. We went to school together.
Y'all was in the same time and stuff.
Yeah, we went to school together. They might have been a year or two older than us.
Yeah, but they were there.
Yeah, we just like oh, they box. But we didn't know anything about boxing because
outside of that they box.
Yeah, because they dad is the one who put them in boxing.
Kevin.
We just know that they just came from somewhere. We didn't know anything about, they was at Savannah living a whole different, bro. Nobody
They
from
live
Alief,
different.
yeah, nobody from Alief knew nothing about boxing at this time when
Yeah.
they was doing their thing. Like nobody.
It hadn't become one of them things, a reservoir for people to come to yet.
Yeah, now people are hip to it. Everybody know about boxing. Everybody trying to box, how they, do all type of stuff. But yeah. So like I said, I was exposed to all of that. I was exposed to Jermell and all that. So when I went to jail, I was like, I need to stop playing. That's what I need to do. I already like boxing. I just need to stop playing around and put the same effort I put into hustling shit. I just need to put it into boxing.
So like I said, is this like just a freestyle action in your movement or your thinking, or is this something that was thought out?
This was instant.
I know what I need to do.
Yeah, like soon as I went to jail, you gotta remember, bro. As soon as I went to jail, the first person I called was Utah.
So I'm here.
And I literally talked to Jermell Charlo.
Oh, on the phone from jail?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's not cool. I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
But it's like, damn, you ain't here.
Yeah, like this is a real story. This is not made. This for real. Like I called Utah, and Utah, he like I said, he was running. All this is documented. He was running the Charlo gym, the Charlo Brothers Academy. That's what it was called. That's what it used to be called, Charlo Brothers Boxing Academy. It was on Kirkwood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so they was like, yeah, just see how much your bond is, whatever, blah blah blah. Of course, you violate probation. It was no bond, so
yeah. You gonna be here?
Yeah, I was just in there. That was the first time I got in trouble, and I was just like couldn't do nothing about it. So
yeah,
I made a decision real quick.
So you had 6 months to think about that?
Yeah, they ended up having me in the county for 3 months.
Was you doing any like boxing preparation in them 6 months?
Yeah, mostly when they sent me to this program, because I ended up doing 3 months in the county, and then they end up sending me to this program called Peden, where it's shit kind of work. You don't get phones you don't get phone calls. It's like it's a weak ass little program, but I ended up doing 3 months in there. The only good thing about it in there is it's like a dorm basically or something.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily
in a cell.
So
it's like a camp.
And then you got people that's working in the kitchen and whatever. So long story short, me still being a criminal, whatever, criminal mindset, I end up arranging something with the dudes that work in the kitchen and whatnot.
You still in there with that
mindset, and I end up getting a cell phone inside of there.
Okay.
Yeah, so once I got a cell phone in there, I was still connected to the world. I got back talking to Utah and them. Utah had got his first fight. I think they had went to Louisiana. They ended up going to Denver, Colorado. They skiing and snowboarding and doing. I'm hearing about all this.
Living.
You know, shit. Yeah, my partner Jermell Richards, he was an amateur back then too at the Charlo Brothers Academy. Him, Utah, they out there. Now Utah official amateur. Like he having fights and stuff. So I'm just like, oh yeah, this is what I'm about to do when I get out. Like I'm for sure about to get on it. You know, so. When I got out, that's exactly what it was.
So you get out 6 months later. What you do? Like, I know you got a child, so that's on your mind. I mean, you got some old ways that you got to kind of figuratively flush down the toilet.
It wasn't easy because like when I got out, even though I wanted to do the right thing,
it's not easy to do the right thing.
It wasn't, and because like when I went in, I had car, place to live, all that stuff. That shit go quick. You know what I'm saying? That shit go fast. Your partners that you was hustling with, they ain't really look out and do the shit they said they was.
Of course they don't.
You know what I'm saying? I realized
you fell off. You
know what I'm saying? I basically fell off in jail. You know what I'm saying? So my first week out, bro, I just wasn't used to not having nothing, bro. So I'm just like, bro, ain't no job, no nothing. So I had made a mistake. Like I think my first or second week out, I did some like forgery on some checks and stuff.
Damn, dog. Damn.
Yeah, I had hit a couple of banks, and I ended up buying me a whip so I could move around. So I
had some bread.
Yeah, I had some bread, and but I had got greedy. I had got enough bread to get a car, and I did one more bank that was like in the Sugarland Town Center.
Yeah, because if you got a car, you might as well have some extra money to go with.
So I ended up hitting like one more bank in the Sugarland Town Center, and that one specifically came back.
Yeah,
they put out like a secret warrant for me.
Oh yeah, those are white people.
Yeah, so yeah, they were.
I mean,
straight up, and they had their stuff together because the other banks they really didn't have.
Sugarland ain't
But
in
when
the
I
hood.
went to Sugarland Townsend, yeah, that was, and I knew better, but it's just like, so boom, like, so that's what I did like the first 2 weeks when I got out of jail. But after that, when I got my car, I was on the right and narrow. I was going to the gym. I really was just focused on going to the gym and all that. So that happened. That didn't come back onto me till months later. So long story short, one day I was going somewhere, riding with my uncle somewhere. We was going through a small town. He gets pulled over, and they about to take him to jail. And I'm just like, damn, I'm about to have to drive his car back.
That's what you was thinking.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I'm about to have to drive his car back. Next thing I know, I'm like, I see another cop car pull up. I'm like, what they got going on?
Y'all here for?
I'm like, who that?
You've already apprehended the suspect.
Bro, I'm trying to. Bro, I'm like,
are you gonna help me get to the house? Or what are you doing, sir?
I'm trying to find out I'm like, what's taking so long? So another cop car pull up. They tell me to step out, put my hands. I'm like, hold on, what's going on? They put, hey, this ain't you right here. This ain't active. And it say forgery of a financial institute. I couldn't even act. I already knew what it was for. So I'm going to jail now in some crazy little small town. I think it was Columbus County or something like that. And I end up bonding out. I end up bonding out. We end up getting out, and I'm going back to court in Houston for what it was for finance.
For sure.
At a forgery of financial institute. Yeah. And then I end up doing probation 5 years. So when I got out from Harris County, when I did the 6 months, they had gave me 2 years probation, like from the original case when they raided my house.
Sure.
So when I got out of Harris County, they still had me on probation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went straight from doing 2 years probation. I ended up completing it right before this case in Fort Bend got settled. And as soon as I got off that 2 years, I got hit with 5 years in Fort Bend. So the last 7 years, I literally just got off probation, I think, in 2022. Before that, I had been on probation for 7 years straight in my life.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time.
Yeah.
You know, that's jail within something else.
Yeah, because you having to pay all type of crazy made-up fees and stuff. Yeah, for the past 7 years, I was getting.
So they're gonna bleed you. Yeah. Try to find out a cool way to make you go do some dumb shit again.
Yeah, I had to pay for classes, drug tests, all type of crazy stuff, bro. So when I got out of jail, that was another reason why I was already older, because I started boxing at 25. And, when I was an amateur, I already knew I wanted to go pro. I ain't have time to really just be an amateur because I'm having to do classes certain times at night, you know what I'm saying, for my probation. I'm having to do like community service and stuff. So I didn't really just get to be an amateur like everybody else.
So how were you an amateur?
It was more like a faster pace. I turned open. Michael Campbell was over Gulf boxing at that time. Now he's like over USA boxing.
For sure.
Michael Campbell, he knew Jermell Charlo. He knew my situation. He allowed me to turn open after my second fight.
Okay. So you were back working with Jermell when you came out?
Yeah, when I came out, Jermell was now, I want to say, he might have still been at Kirkwood, but he had eventually moved to where he's at now.
Okay.
And that's what most people know him about.
For another point of reference, like, who was he fighting when you came back around? You don't remember?
Because when I left, he had just fought a dude named Alcine. Mm-hmm. And that was the first fight with Derrick James. But yeah, he was fighting like people like that. So when I came out, Jermell now was on Highway 6. That's where he's at now, and that's where most people...
Charlo Boxing Club.
Yeah, Charlo Boxing Club. That's where most people think they know of
the Charlo
Gym.
But it's not.
It's not. It really...
You know the OG spot where it was at.
Yeah. And before then, they were at Plex. Yep. They were at Plex Boxing, and he took everybody, and they came to Charlo Brothers Academy. But yeah, so I was still with Jermell for a little bit. Like, I think it was like 2016, 2017. Then I finally just, I just left and started doing my own thing.
What is your own thing?
I just felt like at the time, like, the gym was just more of a name, you know what I'm saying?
It's just a brand?
It's just a brand, but it ain't, he's
sometimes you outgrow situations.
Yeah, he's still trying to, come up and make his way. He doesn't really have too much time invested.
That's like being signed to a rapper.
Yeah.
Who's trying to put out a platinum album too.
Yeah, so it's like, no, nothing. He's got a lot going on, and I'm trying to need more. Yeah, I needed more.
Yeah.
So, there was this other coach that used to come to the original Charlo gym. he ended up getting his own gym. He was from Kazakhstan, and he was kind of by my house anyway. So I was like, man, I'm gonna just go there. And I trained with him for about a year. Went to my first nationals, whatever. Fought with him. Yeah, got a like cool little knockout. It's actually on it's on YouTube. One of the top 100 amateur knockouts. So yeah, I started working over there for about a year and a half. And then the language barrier with him, I ended up outgrowing him, and it was a language barrier thing.
Of course, he's from Kazakhstan. You said Kazakhstan?
Yeah, from Kazakhstan. Just keeping it real. So
yeah.
I also knew the owner of G&M. His name's Gerard.
Okay.
I know him through my uncle that I was telling you about earlier. They from Hearn Clark. They from Windsor Village.
G&M on Post Oak.
Yeah, on Post Oak and Anderson. My uncle and JR are really good friends, and so JR kind of knew about me. You know what I'm saying? He never paid attention or actually like knew it. He just knew about me from my uncle, and he didn't know if I was serious or what. But he was like, come to the gym. You need to, if you want to try to go pro, you need to come over here and train and change your style and this and that. And that's how I met Coach Detorian Jones. Yeah, I never, I used to see Coach Torrey in the amateurs. I used to see his fighters. I always think like they always do good. G&M was a very talented gym. They had names like Joe George, Gabriel Smith. They had a whole bunch of dudes. Like
Detorian got hair like a Peruvian.
I was telling bro, he not black, bro. I don't know what he got going on. This nigga Ethiopian or something, bro.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Every time I had met him, he had a do-rag.
He gonna have a do-rag, bro.
And I was just like, it's one of these dudes. You know
bro,
what I'm saying?
Tory gonna have a do-rag.
So I'm like, yeah, these dudes with these do-rags. Then one day he took the do-rag off, and it was just like, I'm like, what the fuck is on this thing's head? How is that possible? Man, bro, that shit was crazy. I'm like, bro, you're not black. Like, bro, look at your hair, bro. But nah, that dude is a real cool dude.
Nah,
homie of mine.
Coach Tory, he real cool. So it was
I hear a lot of guys started with Tory.
Yeah, and him, he was over there with Coach Sid. So he was at start. I know his beginnings were at Savannah, and then they went over there, got G&M. And but yeah, Coach Tory, he been around for a minute. He had some nephews that was nationally ranked. Coach Tory, a real decent coach, real cool dude. Yeah. And I started training with Coach Tory January 2019, January 15th. That was the first day we started working together.
How you remember the date?
Cause bro, it's like, I ain't gonna lie, it was special when me and Coach Tory connected.
That's specific as hell.
Just keeping it real, bro. Coach Tory tell you the same thing. It was January 15th. I'll never forget. And then I just met some people that it stuck to me. My boy Razzo, I met him there. When I had got there, Razzo had already been there for a month. And we've been training together ever since. Now me and Razzo, we both at Maine. Razzo pro now. But I started training with Coach Tory January 15, 2019. I was like 170 something, maybe one. No. I had stopped boxing for a little bit. I was like 185, 190.
Damn.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know. After the Nationals and after I left Coach, his name was Coach Tim. Like, I was like, man, I don't know if I want to box no more, because I'm thinking this was my coach.
So like you was kind of like thrown off a little bit, like, I was here, now I'm not there no more, I'm going to move here. And I don't know how interested I am.
Because I'm also a loyal dude. I ain't about just bouncing around there, but
trying to find a situation.
Yeah, but I wasn't finding the situation. It wasn't working, so I kind of took some time off after the qualifiers, and I was just like, I was in the space. A lot of people didn't know, but I was in a space where I was like, man, I don't know if I want to box. I was just eating and just really not doing nothing, bro.
Yeah.
And then I think JR had called me one day and was just like, bro, I was actually cool with JR's son. And JR's son was like, bro, what you doing? You ain't no boxing no more? Bro, let's go to the gym. So we went to G&M one day. It was like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, because his son got the keys to the gym. We just went in there, and then that fire came back again. And then JR called me and was like, bro, you need to go train with Coach Tory. And that's when I went over there January 15th, 2019. And then I was like 190, but I told Coach Tory, I'm gonna fight at 154. Mind you, I never weighed 154 or fought at 154. In the amateurs, I fought at 165, and I also fought at 178. I told Coach Tory that I was gonna fight at 154. He ain't never just flinch or be like, nah, you not, or nah, you.
Thought it was possible.
Yeah, he believed in me from day one. Like, that shit was like dope. And we went at it. I turned up from there, and then January we started training, made my pro debut in July. Never looked back.
So when you go from Tory to where you at now,
All right, so
y'all niggas getting like a wave fight or something? Or
huh?
y'all gotta
Nah, man. Hey,
my waves is better, nigga.
bro,
Nah.
so it's just this boxing stuff, bro. It's always a lot going on behind the scenes and
Yeah,
whatnot. So
when you start learning more, you like, okay,
yeah,
I think I should do this.
yeah. So the owner GNM, he had went to the jail at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just a
There's a lot of jail going on.
yeah, a lot of jail going. So it was a lot of in-house, at that gym, a lot of stuff going on, little in-house differences between a lot of different people. So we end up branching off. A lot of the fighters and Coach Torrey and dudes he was training end up branching off to our own gym that he opened up with some other dudes called We Up Boxing. It was a red gym.
We Up.
Yeah, and it was on what did Alief clothing turn into? It was on Harwin.
Mm-hmm.
It was on Harwin. But we were there. We had stayed there probably maybe like a year and a half or so. They had some stuff going on. Basically, the gym, it fell apart. Like it wasn't, or it never made its potential. It never was organized, ran properly or whatever. So it ended up falling apart. But in between, while that was all going on, I'm doing my thing. I became like, I think when I got there, I was 2-0. And then there, we became 4-0. And in between that, I think like right before my fourth fight, Bobby Benton actually hit me up on Instagram. It's crazy. Like, mind you, I already been knowing who Bobby Benton is. Like, yeah. Like I hold him to a high standard, everything. Like I already know who Bobby Benton is. But I had a mutual friend. He AAU for Bobby Benton's son. Yeah, Bobby Benton's son one of his sons played for the Alief Clovers. And so my boy Coach Miller, he was telling Bobby, like, bro, this is the next dude up. You need to watch, Alief Ali or whatever. So I think Bobby like followed me on Instagram like a year and a half before, and I think he just, slightly just watched me.
Yeah. He's got a way about
that. You know what I'm saying? He just quietly watched me for a little bit. I didn't think he was, or I didn't know he was, but obviously he was, because one day he had hit me up, and he was like, man, we just getting ready for the Ivan Redcash fight, Southpaw. We need some Southpaw dudes. We trying to see, who could, who we could work with. Would you be interested? We're going to pay you or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm excited. I'm like, damn, I ain't never got paid to spar nobody. This Bobby Benton, Regis program. I'm kind of like, yeah, this is real. I'm kind of like, damn, this is crazy. I'm telling Coach Torrey about it or whatever. And I'm like, bro, I watch Regis on. This somebody I like watching because he's Southpaw. I studied Southpaws. This somebody I watch, seen fight on TV. I'm like, damn, I'm about to go spar him. So we go to Maine. We spar. There was like 4 guys they were using at the time. But after the first day, they really liked it to work. And I think they sent like everybody home, and they only used me and Erison Garcia. You know Erison?
Yes.
They used me and Erison, and I think I sparred with Regis for like 6 weeks straight. And that was like my first time like really getting some real work like that at a high level, getting paid sparring, and that just turned me up. And then Bobby was just like, one day after the sparring, he was like, man, I really like you. Like, I really like you. Like, who helping you? Like, who you working with? And I was just telling him the whole time, because a lot of people thought I was signed. I was like, bro, I've been doing this all by myself.
Just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I've been paying for my own fights, doing this on my own, promote myself. Yeah. My name got out or whatever. And he was like, for real? He's like, man, I want to work with you. Just let me know. I want to be a part of the team. I want to, and I'm just like, damn, this is an honor. This is Bobby Benton telling me this. I'm like, this is crazy.
He like what he's seeing.
Yeah, he like what he's seeing. This shit fucking my head up. I'm like, damn. So, like I said, the gym ended up falling apart. Everybody ended up trying to having to go their separate ways or whatever. I think Coach Torrey at the time, he ended up going to Mark Owens, which no offense, you know what I'm saying?
That wasn't the direction you wanted to go.
That wasn't the direction I wanted to go, you know what I'm saying? No offense, that's more like a fitness first gym, or whatever, and that's just...
Not to be a world champion right now type of stuff.
Yeah, nah, and I'm like really hungry. I'm in the game. I'm 4-0. I'm knowing in my head it's only going to get more dangerous and more serious. This is a professional boxing. It's the hurt man business. So I'm like, I can't be there. I need.
You didn't
want
to cripple yourself.
Yeah, I got to be around killers. So one day I text Bobby and I was just like, how much is it to to train at your gym or whatever. Because he had gave me his number one time at this point. He's like, put my number in your phone or whatever. So I text Bobby one day. I'm like, how much is it to train at your gym? And then he told me the price or whatever. And then I think immediately after
he was like, oh, okay.
I was like, bet. And then he was like, I think immediately before I even could respond, he was like, hold on, is this for you? And I was like, yeah, for me. How much is it? And he was like, man, just come to the gym right now. Come right now. And so I just go to the gym and then I train or whatever. And he was like, yeah, this where you at? And I was just like, damn, this crazy. And then Bobby always like, he believed in me since day one. Like he always was telling me, but he believed in me and he helped me so much, like just outside the ring, inside the ring, just crazy. Sure. It's just been an experience ever since then. So yeah, a lot of growth since I've been around with Bobby and all the dudes is at Maine.
So what's the biggest? I mean, you still doing it. What's the biggest takeaway from working with Bobby?
Man, the experience. It's like it's not something that you can just describe or measure or. His experience in this game is like
because Bobby been, in my opinion, has always been a great coach.
No,
and then in the last year and a half, 2 years,
he underrated too.
Maybe last 2 years, maybe 3 years, his name like began to bubble even more.
Yeah, and
like you can hear it on the regular basis.
It's not on accident. And then like a lot of people in Houston, they because I was not at Maine at one point. A lot of people got bad, they talk down on Maine or just, because they know Maine really a live gym.
It may be the livest.
Yeah, exactly. It may be the livest gym, you know what I'm saying? Since there's no more Savannah like how it was. But people always got, weird perception about Maine, like, oh, it's given to them or they don't really do this or whatever.
Well, you a part of the crowd. So me, when I go there, I'm not about to put any gloves on. But, you know what I'm saying? So when I come in there, I look at it different. I look at it like, man, it's like a bunch of werewolves walking around and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Literally, bro.
So it's like, yeah, what's up? Everybody all like, okay, yeah, he's crazy. He's crazy. He's crazy. All right. These are the people who I won't ever have a problem with. You know what I'm saying? You start being real. Hey, how you doing? You doing okay? Hey, man, he look good in there. You start doing all that kind of shit. But what I see is Bobby, he's so comfortable around all these real hungry killers. And he's like, hey, man, how's it going? I'm like, he's just comfortable in here like, oh, man, these dudes some killers. But I like what I see in there because it's not like that. I go to a lot of gyms. I watch a lot of people, and the ambiance in there is business. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it ain't just to be spoken that that's what this is, but it's business. You go in there and you see people doing their business, whether it be just getting themselves together fit-wise or on the bag or sparring or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you see the coaches come out with whoever and, you just see they cooking. Then you see these people leave and then you see these people come in and you just see how it's moving. It's like a living thing, you know what I'm saying? So watching Bobby kind of like the ringmaster of it all and you somebody that he really rock with and you get to come in there and be under him and you say, oh man, it's experience. Well, he clearly got a lot of experience. You know what I'm saying?
It's special, bro. Like it's special. It still trip me out to this day, but it's special. And Bobby definitely set the tone. He don't care about having all the credit in the world. He just, like you said, it's business. Everybody know what time it is. Like when they get to the gym, like it's time to work.
I ain't gonna ask you something good. I'm gonna ask you this: how you feel first time losing?
First time losing? I was mad, bro. Like first, I didn't feel like I lost. You know what I'm saying? But I learned a lot, you know what I'm saying? I learned a lot from my loss, you know what I'm saying? Because even though I felt like I won the fight and did what I was supposed to do, I had no business fighting. Like I said, I had been on probation for 7 years, so I had not been able to travel out the country.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't know, right before then, this was COVID was going around, before my loss, I had just had an injury in my hamstring and I had just was out with COVID. I had caught COVID. So my promoter at the time was telling me, hey, let's go fight in Costa Rica or whatever.
Oh, shit.
And I'm still on probation, but now I'm a professional. It's work. So I take it to the judge or whatever. They okayed it.
Yeah, because you
know what I'm saying? But I really, I went out there under impression, under my promoter at the time, that I was going to fight a 4-round fight, whatever, this and that. And The fight was on the day of the fight. They told me it was 6 rounds, all type of shit. But
Yeah.
I had no business. I wasn't really sparring, really training like how I was. I was not at my best, and I still got through the fight. I still did what I was supposed to do, and
But not necessarily how the fight went. I'm asking you mentally,
yeah,
where do you go? Like, what space do you go to? I mean,
it's
because I mean, you lost one time,
yeah.
and
Nobody seen that coming,
yeah, I mean,
especially to somebody that I could easily.
but even in that, you know, what I'm saying
Yeah.
that still is outside of the realm of what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you the one that leave there and come home, and then begin to rebuild again. So when I mean, people, you don't really learn shit from winning.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But when you lose, you gain a wealth of knowledge of
Yeah,
how not to allow.
man, I really, bro, I like that I lost. I ain't gonna lie. Like nobody like losing, nobody.
Nah, but to
But I
get that
like,
shit out the way,
yeah, I like
feel that.
I like what I learned from it. I like the non-pressure that you undefeated. Who give a damn? Like, bro, I ain't doing no.
You
Cause
know how I feel. You know
yeah,
that column don't matter to me.
yeah, me too. I'm old school thinking mentality. Like none of the dudes that I used to watch that I looked up to as the greats and all this. None of these niggas was undefeated.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Asher got Floyd Mayweather. I mean, he is somebody that we all watch, but other than that, come on, none of the greats for real.
Yeah,
Before all this, picking and choosing and business decisions and all that shit.
for sure.
No dude is undefeated. So I don't really hold that with too much esteem. But I love, that happened to me because it just gave me so much growth. It gave me so much hunger, and never wanted to feel that feeling again. I never will get into the ring without being prepared fully and just. I just learned
Make
a
you
lot,
have your
man.
ducks in a row.
Yeah, my
before
ducks in a row. Yeah, not play around. Understand this shit. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't doing a clean decision, if the fight ain't just super clean as it's supposed to be, and you especially somebody else's territory, it's not just gonna go. You know what I'm saying? So it just made me just sharpen my game up. It just made me just turn me up even more. And I bounced back. I fought less than 30 days after that. I fought in Austin, Texas. I fought 29 days later in Austin, and I got back on the win.
Part of that is like I got to get that back.
Yeah, I had to get that back, and then I think I fought like 3 or 4 more times since then. So it was a great experience for me. That helped me out a lot.
So right now you're doing, in addition to your boxing career, you joined the first pro boxing team, the TCL team, the Houston Hitmen.
That's crazy.
Out here in Houston. So you technically you're part of history. You know what I'm saying?
It's history for sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because this didn't exist before.
It just didn't exist. This is the first professional boxing
team. How does that feel, and how you look at what the TCL is?
One, I just think it's a dope opportunity, and it's just fruits from hard work. Like it's something I appreciate it because I earned it. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I earned. I've been putting in the work, and there's a Houston pro boxing team, and I'm selected. I'm one of the people that's on the team. Like that's dope to me. Like that's
I'm one of them ones.
Yeah, I'm one of them ones. You know,
because I was there with the trials, and there's at least 100-something people up in there. You know what I'm saying? Just everywhere. You know, eyes, and I was there both days of trials, and I'm just looking at all these different people, these aspirations of, man, this is it. This is my moment. You know what I'm saying? All that.
Then boys was hungry.
And I watched.
Boys was hungry there. I ain't gonna lie.
They was
hungry. I got to give it to them. People came. They came out.
And I watched the inaugural season for the TCL. I watched that before the team came here, and and I kept wondering why they ain't had one in Houston. And then I started doing my research, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then to see that they got one, with Austin Trout. Austin Trout must respect you on a certain level. I mean, I know you in the gym with him, so he had a good idea of who you are, you know what I'm saying? But, to put you on a team and this and that, I mean, don't get me wrong, you could say, oh, yeah, it's an honor, and yeah, man, I'm just humbled, and you could say that, you know what I'm saying? But that's something that you expected, right?
Yeah, I mean, I expected because, like you said, he did. But I still had to come earn my spot. But I did expect it because, like you said, he got an eye on me. He could see.
You worked with Austin Trout before?
I worked with Austin Trout before. I worked with Regis Prograde before. I worked, he's seeing what I can do, you know what I'm saying? So, But like he told me, sure, you still got to come. And if somebody that could do better than you,
How do you, I mean, I know he's technically a coach, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Austin Trout's your coach. How do you look at him and his everything that he's done in the sport? I mean, this is the guy that represents your team.
Austin Trout a legend, bro. Like, first dude to beat Miguel Cotto, fought everybody, old school type of boxer, literally fought everybody, the twins, everybody you could think of. He fought pretty much everybody in his weight at the time, and Austin a legend in my eyes. Now he a 2-sport champion. He bare knuckle.
Mm-hmm.
He still get out there, train with his work at a high level. This dude Austin still a high level athlete. It's really motivational just to be around him. You know what I'm saying? And he down to earth, cool dude.
I was talking to somebody about him, and I had just seen him spar in the gym. It was like not even however many months ago. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that long ago, and I watched him, and I was like, man, wow, you know, he still got it. And I was telling one of my homies, I'm like, yeah, man. He's like, oh yeah, he's still boxing. I was like, is he still boxing? I was like, man, this nigga's a wizard. You know what I'm saying? Like
for real,
he a magical dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think age is the thing. That don't have nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying?
He's super smart, super slick, slicker than you think he is in the ring. Super smart. He know every inch of the ring.
This was him preparing to go to, I think it was Germany. October 14th, he fought in Germany.
Yeah.
And he stopped somebody.
Yeah.
And he was preparing for that. I'm like, man, like this dude don't look like a guy that's at the end of his career. He looked like somebody smack dab in the middle of it by the way he was in there doing it.
He definitely just with the workouts and sparring, he would definitely still be at a high level, like easily. Like he's still a high level.
Yeah.
Like easy, ain't nobody, no doubt for sure. Like.
So what you looking forward to the most about the TCL?
Just getting that experience, because there's really no the TCL is stepping up, so it's some real fighters in there.
Yeah,
there ain't no.
Yeah, I know Jermaine Ortiz is a part of it. Rashidi Ellis, just to name just two people.
Exactly. So
and these are people who fought on big stages.
On big stages, so naturally there's going to be eyes and big exposure on this, and I feel like I'm finally about to give a lot of people in Houston. Like I said, you cannot mention Houston boxing. Like I deserve my spot. Like I'm gonna be in that mix of fighters. You know what I'm saying? You got to speak my name up, but this is gonna be my first opportunity on like a bigger platform. I have fought on TV one time, but this is gonna be a bigger platform where I think like I'm gonna be able to show my skills and I'm gonna get a little bit more attention.
That's dope.
People really gonna like see. Oh, I don't know who this dude. He could fight.
So they just the parameters is what 1 3-minute round.
Yes, sir.
How frequently?
I think sometimes you might end up fighting
twice that night.
In that night, yeah, like two different.
Because how many rounds is it?
It's 24.
It's 24 rounds total?
Yeah.
For the fight?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you tally up whose team won.
Yeah, whoever out of the fighter, whoever wins that round, that's a point.
For that team.
For that team. And then whoever has the most points at the end is just kind of like a basketball or football game.
You just look at the score.
Yeah, that team wins, and then you got a certain amount of seasons, then you got the playoffs, and then I want to say the playoffs or the finals. Yeah, the finals or the playoffs happens in the UK. So that'll
that is fire.
Yeah, that'll be dope. Yeah, so
that's fire.
When we make it to the finals, we're gonna be in United Kingdom fighting, man. So,
man, that's dope. Man,
off of boxing, bro. Like that's dope.
Yeah, I mean it's dope when you get a chance to see the world and live through your skill naturally that you got. You know, a lot of people ain't able to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's something else. So when does the season actually start?
The season starts March 28th for.
That's like right there.
Yeah, a few teams, but our first fight is not till April 11th. We're fighting in Philadelphia, our first fight.
Okay, I mean these names be wild. What are they? The Philadelphia Pimps or something?
It's crazy. We fighting in Philadelphia, but we fighting against Las Vegas, and they call it the Las Vegas Hustle.
Las Vegas Hustle. See, I
want to say Jeff Mayweather is one of the coaches.
Okay, I know he was at one of them, the Vegas one.
Yeah,
something.
The Vegas.
Yeah. That's cool that they got identifiable people a part of it. It's credible.
Like you said, you got Austin Trout.
Yep.
Jeff Mayweather. That's just two names off jump.
Yep. And then it's even ran by
Mustafa.
Ran by Dewey Cooper.
Yeah, come on. So like,
they got like a lot of people.
It's a nice platform to get your talents out there. And it's a great opportunity.
No, I think it's dope, and I think it's dope that y'all had the opportunity to still pursue what you do.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna give you the opportunity to reap the benefits of what you were doing in real time, you know what I'm saying?
Then you're able to stay sharp and stay ready for when you do have an outside fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's good all around.
Nah, that's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope. So you do all this boxing and all this other shit. What do you do when you like, you know, I need to get away from boxing? What you do? Take long walks on the beach, go get ice cream and shit? What the fuck you be doing? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
I'm just saying.
Man.
You know, because there's no way niggas just all day. Yeah, man, I'm just
Nah, I really
in my kitchen throwing combinations.
Nah, I really be locked in, but like when I'm not, I like, you know, just chilling with my family. I got a daughter. I've been taking my daughter to basketball practice. I go hang out with her.
Is that a balance somewhere in there to be able to be a fighter, and then you said daughter, so a girl dad and a fighter? Like you kind of got to be different. People.
Exactly. You got to separate it because you know my daughter, she a girl. Like you got to be a little.
Yeah.
You got to be
a certain way.
Yeah, you got to be raised like you know what I'm saying, a dad. Like that's different. And so, but it's cool, man. I love it, man. I love my daughter to death. So that's fun.
How does she view you as a boxer?
She love it. Like she call herself Little Miss Alief.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, bruh, she love it. Like I said, she was one when I first went to jail. So as far as her memory can remember,
she don't have that.
Yeah, she only know me as boxing. She's only seen me win fights. She's used to. Like,
that means she
loved going to the fights. All that.
In the span of your TV show, which is you, she tuned in when the trajectory got high.
Yeah,
and started going up. And that's great because that way you have that perception of your child seeing, hey, look, I'm on the good foot, doing it the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Like she's definitely in tune. She know that I work hard. She asked me, Daddy, how many miles you run today? And
oh man, that's dope.
Yeah, she know. Like she's definitely hip. But yeah, she thinks she famous on the low.
I mean,
she be calling herself Little Miss Alief.
I mean, don't get me wrong though. If my dad's a fighter and he's a pro, I'm gonna assume you know this nigga, and I'm gonna let you know that I'm famous too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you gotta think about it. She could go on. She has a phone. She goes on YouTube. She could just look me up. She tell her friends like,
"It's my dad."
Yeah, that's what she be doing. So you know,
nah, that's dope though. That's dope,
cool, bro.
So you pretty much. How long did it take you to kind of find a balance between dad and being, you know, Mr. 1-2? You know what I'm saying? Is that something that just popped in? Oh yeah, I got it. Because you got to find time.
Nah, it took. You know, I ain't gonna lie, it didn't just happen right away. Like at first, you know,
because there's a lot of people that's probably gonna have the same situation. You know, he got kids or she got kids, but she trying to pursue this career.
It was a lot of sacrifice in the beginning, because I already know I was so behind, starting late in boxing. It took me a second, but even now, I'm still working and getting better. But
so if you could go and just have whatever you want to eat without no regard for the carbs and the calories and shit. No, because you niggas be counting this shit like, oh no, man, I had 3 scoops of gluten yesterday, man. I can't do that, man. I'm gonna take a, you know, like, you know what?
Not 3 scoops of gluten.
I don't know.
And they do be thinking like that.
Yeah, niggas be like, nah, man, that's got 3 trans fats in it, bro. You know, nigga like me, like, man, that burger look good to the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But I know the way fighters got to move. They got to be like, nah, I'm gonna pass. And they be looking all like on top of that shit. Me, I'd be like, nah, I want some. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, so if you could just, you know, anything, bow. You know, you ain't got to worry about making weight or fight or, you know, cholesterol or whatever the hell it is that y'all worry about. Like,
bro,
what would you get?
Bro, I love pasta. I love pizza, bro.
Okay.
Some stuffed crust pizza.
I thought you was about to go on some
healthy shit.
No, I like pasta with asparagus.
Nah, like some stuffed crust pizza, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, everybody, I love cookies, bro.
Yeah.
Cookies and milk.
I talk to a lot of fighters that be like, man, bro, I like candy, bro, and this, you know, my boy.
I ain't just a big candy, but cookies.
No, but it's the sugar. You know what I'm saying?
Sugar. That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? I need that sugar.
Some cookies and some milk, bro. Some good pizza, bro. Stuffed crust. That's literally my favorite. I love cheese, bro.
Yeah. So just some pizza.
Yeah, some pizza, bro.
But you a phenomenal.
I go for a burger too. I don't even eat red meat like that. But if I ain't have to worry about
you gonna
burger for sure. Like who not going a burger, bro?
So what would you go get it from?
Man, that's a good question. I try to look up some extravagant shit just because I ain't had it.
I like caviar on the edges. Crispy on the edges.
Bro, I'm trying to go get the most calorie burger y'all can find, bro.
No, is the fat count high? I need to know.
Bro, it gotta have cheat, man. What?
Nah, so you know, I mean, because a lot of people don't get a chance to just go, man, I'm just gonna grub. Well, some people do.
Yeah,
I watch them all. Like some people be like, man, that boy just, you know, heavyweights and bigger guys, they gonna just do.
But one thing I did learn, I got that from Jermell. Just when I was around him, made me be like that. One thing I noticed about him, no matter what, whether he was training or not, he always was watching what he was eating. And that's nothing he never told me or nothing. It's just something I just picked up on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
can't just give him anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. Like, he's real picky. Like, even if we because we had been out a few times, we would go to Prospect Park with it. He would get like he gonna get the right food. Like, he not gonna just eat anything, bro. Like, that's one thing I noticed about Jermell. And I took that with me.
Don't go out with me. I ain't that.
Yeah, he disciplined, bro.
He like say, man, heavy on the grease. So okay. If you could, and another question, I'm just pulling them out the hat. If there was anybody in the history of the sport that you could fight, who would you fight?
Man.
Like, here's a big event. It's gonna be Ray, Talib Jr., Ali versus.
I'm gonna just name these people because like they.
So you got a few people in mind.
Yeah, they so cold. It's really because I respect these.
No,
people.
Of course it wouldn't be like I really hate this nigga.
It's because they so cold. I would want to see how it feels to be in the ring with them, and they're not my weight classes or nothing, but Sweet Pea. You know, I was big.
You want to see if you could hit it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Sweet Pea. Like, of course, we're not the same way, but if we could be and could make it happen, even Muhammad Ali, bro. Like, I would love to just see how it would be. Sweet Pea the truth, bro. I would love to fight Sweet Pea, bro. Is
it they footwork and finesse? He's like, man, I want to see how I look against
his footwork, his finesse, the way Sweet Pea can fight on literally fight on a circle for 12 rounds.
Right.
Like, that's crazy. Like, literally fight on a circle for 12 rounds. That's amazing. Like, I would want to know.
Kind of genetics.
I want to know how it would feel like, because there's nobody that can fight like. There's nobody fighting like that.
Well, yeah.
This is a one of a kind fighter. I would want to see how that would feel like. Yeah, he the truth.
What about today?
Anybody
active today?
Like that I just what was the question again?
I would love to get in the ring with this person.
Yeah, anybody in my weight class, the top of the dudes, who at the top of the food chain.
You talking about 54?
Yeah, 54.
So Tim Tszyu.
I'll get in the ring with Tim Tszyu, Jermell Charlo.
What about the tall motherfucker, Sebastian Fundora?
I'll get in the ring with him. I think I work him.
Yeah.
He got a lot of loopholes in his game. He was scaring boys at first, just being tall and all that. But
I think he's blind.
Yeah, I ain't barring none of that.
I think Sebastian Fundora is blind.
He's something.
Reason why I say that is because there's no way you got 115-inch reach and you can't throw a solid jab accurately.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm just saying, he should never have a real physical fight.
Yeah, he got some loopholes in his game, and I think he was scaring people.
And then when I seen him at the press conference, he had like really thick glasses, and I'm like,
oh yeah.
I'm like, he can't see. I said, I think he fights like that because you're right here.
Yeah.
And it's comfortable for him. He can see it. Because I saw him throw a jab. It had to be like Eric Salubin or something. He was just like,
he never used that height for it, and that's really kind of a
and that's thing. Weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
You 6'5", this nigga's an NBA 2 guard.
I believe I got a skill set that I give all them boys problems.
That's dope. So, what are you gonna do now, going in the future, to make yourself as a fighter different or better than what you ever been? Are you doing anything different that you've never done for yourself to become better?
Yeah, like this year specifically, I just took my nutrition. I just took it to a whole new level. Like, usually I was just doing my own research and making up, like cooking healthy meals and stuff. But this year I had actually got the body numbers exam done on my body and actually started learning more knowledge on the calorie count, carbs, the fat, actually becoming way more knowledgeable.
Becoming scientific.
I'm becoming way more scientific with my diet, and it has taken me to a whole nother.
You started to see the results of that.
I'm seeing the results, you know what I'm saying? On top, I already work hard and all that, but boxing, even though it's the oldest sport, a lot of us, making weight the wrong way and all that, but I became like way, way smarter, and it's becoming way easier for me. I'm stepping up my training. I don't want to get into specifics with all that, but I'm pushing myself, way more into training. My sparring rounds is going up. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. I ain't cutting no corners. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't cutting no corners. Like,
that's good.
Yeah.
You doing it the hard way.
Yeah.
Well, this nigga needed a therapy session.
I hit up my boy Mo City. I say, bro, Hey, bro, I want to talk.
I need to talk to someone today.
He called me. He like, bro, you all right? Bro, you going? I'm like, nah, not like that, bro.
Hey, we came, we talked, and there it is, bro.
Hey, yeah, my boy pulled up.
You got it, bro.
That's real.
Bam.
Just like that.
What you think?
That was hard.
That's it. That's
That was
simple.
hard. That was hard.
Nah, there you go.
Hey, that was
That's simple as hell.
That's crazy. Oh,
You gonna break the damn TV.
bro, we